come, I'ma put it down for sure. Once you enter through the door, drop them drawers like you Denzel. I don't believe the snacks, you can get the whole meal, that's real.
You gonna get there.
I'm riding a boat.
You riding a boat.
I'm riding a boat.
Can you?
Oh, we already. Oh, so I even know. Hey y'all, how y'all doing tonight? It's your girl Latoya Growth. Welcome to Behind Closed Doors.
It's your man Crown Royal, aka.
Really?
Yeah, I'm laughing at you, aka your girlfriend's favorite baby daddy. Come on, Dad. What we doing today, Toya?
All right, y'all. We talking about Deadbeats tonight, y'all. We want y'all to tune in. We want y'all to share the live. Say hello to us. We want y'all to speak to us, y'all. What's going on? What's good, y'all? What's good?
And also, it's Toya's birthday, so we want everybody to actually give Toya a shout out tonight. It's her birthday. She's like 12.
Yeah. You know black don't crack. Sorry.
So, we talk about deadbeats.
We are definitely talking about deadbeats tonight.
In the sense of what? Why are you with a deadbeat?
Why are you with it? Where does the deadbeats come from? Where does that come from? What makes you a deadbeat?
It's more complex than what you actually would think.
Is it now?
Yes.
Let me share this. Show.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So we constantly think of a deadbeat as somebody that actually doesn't support their children, child/children,
kids.
So let's dig into it. In the sense of from a study of fatherhood.com, September of 2019 study. 36 million children of the 74 million children in America under 18 actually live in one-parent households. And in that, 5 out of 6 of the single parents are women, which we probably actually already kind of figured. The craziest thing about that number is that has tripled in the total amount of single one-parent households since 1960. Between 1960 and 2016. The biggest factor nowadays, especially with my generation.
Your generation?
Yeah. Okay. That is actually 23% of the households are actually custodial fathers, which is basically more than over 2 million children are actually in the custody of their fathers. And this was very interesting to me because I know for a fact, for personal, I'm the custodial parent of my kids, and my cousins. 4 of my male cousins were custodial parents of their children once they separated from their ex-wives. So I seen it all the time. That whereas though, at least in my generation, that fathers actually were the custodial parents.
Okay. Where was the mamas?
See, and that's the whole misconception. It's the same thing as we just automatically think that a mother is actually more capable of raising their kids. And actually, more facts on that. When they did a survey, people said 45% said that mothers were more capable to raise children. 53% said it could be done equally, a mother or a father. But only 1% in that survey said that a father was more capable to actually raise the kids. But there are a lot of good dudes out there.
It's crazy. I thought I know that there are women out here that don't really take care of their children. But it's very rare. I don't really know too many, but I know of them. But it's very rare.
I mean, it's rare because, as you say,
the mama?
Every 5 out of 6 single parents are headed by the mothers. We get that. But just because...
Go ahead.
No, what was you going to say?
I was going to say, even if the mother's there taking care of... even if the mother has the child, that doesn't necessarily mean they really taking care of the daggone child.
We're going to get into that too. Sometimes it's just a money thing.
It is, right. Or that female had the child because of the guy. If it goes that way. You know what I mean?
In those cases, I would say that's when it comes to where as though the father is actually the custodial parent. Because if a woman has a child because they with that man, or all right, case in point, I'm gonna give you a scenario. I have a friend. I ain't gonna use no names, but I have a friend.
Do it. Go ahead.
No, I don't use names.
I know.
I had a friend, and this was like damn near 20 years ago.
Okay.
But he married a woman who was a little bit older than him, and she had 2 kids from a previous marriage, and she had her tubes tied. Now, by marrying this younger man, he wanted some children, so she got her tubes untied and had a child for him.
Okay.
But that was his child. Basically, I'm talking about from the hospital, the late nights, and everything else.
Oh, he took care of the child.
Yes, and then
Was she working or something?
no, it was the fact that she did that for him. And trust me, when they got divorced some years later,
The child went with him.
she fought him about it because she knew he loved that kid.
Oh, so
But
she
it
wanted
was
to try to take something that he loved away. Okay.
Right. So
Shame on you.
if it's not always people just automatically think that a woman automatically has that motherly instinct.
And they don't.
No.
They
But what did you just say? Well, what's up with the mother if they don't see? Nobody ever says what's up with the father if the father's not there. Barely. But you just automatically say what's up with the mother.
Oh, when you
say it was like, oh, when I say 23% of the children, 2 million kids today are in custody of their fathers.
right,
But you said what's up with the mothers.
right.
And see, but maybe it is not nothing.
She just don't have that
Maybe she
mother instinct like that. Okay.
Or maybe the father is actually the one that's more grounded and more in a better place to actually raise that child.
Right.
Um,
Hey, Steph.
but the big thing with that is the system is set up somewhat to actually screw people over when it comes to child support.
Right.
And I'm not going to lie, before I did my digging over the week, and y'all can look at past streams and when you can freeze this, I'm a big proponent on men taking care of their children.
Right.
I'm a big proponent about anybody taking care of their children. And I automatically just assume, and this is from my experience talking to females and my experience growing up around certain people that didn't take care of their children or would have met different kids by different women and they didn't take care of them the way that they should. But I also know that, for instance, in my situation, when the 2 years that I was separated from my kids, that really hurt me.
Right.
And I did as much as I could to make sure I took care of them, even though I was away from them. But some people don't have the instance that way they can do that. And I think the big thing from looking at the way the system is set up, like for instance, if a person is incarcerated
Right.
and they're on child support, that money is still accumulating against them. And so a lot of times men or women come out of incarceration and are in big arrears. To flip that, if you have a felony, a lot of times you can't get good paying jobs because of that.
And that's the thing. You hear the word deadbeat, you automatically think, oh, this person doesn't want to take care of their kids, when it necessarily may not be the issue. He may not have the funds to really take care of the kid at the moment due to incarceration, felony, so it's hard for them to get a job.
And let's on to flip that. Once you get a felony, You can't get into any type of federal subsidized housing. You can't. You're not even allowed. Say if you want to go back with the children's mother,
Right.
and she lives in subsidized housing, you're not allowed to live in there because
Right.
you have a felony.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when you say deadbeat, or what we talk about, it's a difference between being a deadbeat and being dead broke.
Dead broke. Right.
And now,
Mm-hmm.
what we wanted to decipher
It's a
tonight
different ladies.
is actually
Gentlemen.
people that have the means and don't do.
Right. Right.
But I want to separate from the fact that sometimes things are set up whereas though you are behind.
Right.
You can get a low paying job and you can't actually really survive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you like this. When I had child support, I had to I rented a room from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't bother me per se because I knew I had to take care of my kids. But I couldn't actually afford to have my own apartment and pay with all those bills. So I actually had to rent a room from somebody. And so, but my child support was paid, and and the insurance, their health insurance, was coming throughout my job. So I barely had enough to live. But that was the sacrifice.
Right.
Everybody couldn't have been in my particular situation actually to do that. Or some people are actually really selfish
Right.
in the sense whereas though they're not willing to give up that percentage because they say, well, how am I supposed to live?
Right.
But the calculations is all complex too, because like for a basic child support order, if you have one child, they take 12% of your pay, and that's off the top. That's before any deductions.
Right.
If you have 2 children, it's usually 16%. 3 children is like 19% of your weekly salary
Right.
taken
Off
away.
the top.
Now,
Right.
don't get me wrong. That's the easy way out. I always would tell anybody, child support is the easy way out.
You still have to be there.
Oh, that's more
Or
important.
you have to still, just because you pay child support, that does not give you the excuse for exit not to be there. That is not an exit for you to say, oh, I'm paying, I don't have to be there. Kids still need parents, regardless. They still need parents. It would be nice if they had a mother and a father around.
And what I always say, no matter what, you always gonna be parents.
Right.
No matter what, if the mother and father are not gonna, you still can co-parent in the right way, and actually, children will actually see that and respect that.
Cause these kids ain't asked to be here. They did not ask for you to lay down with whoever you lay down and spread your legs wide, honey. They didn't ask for that. All right. I know these kids be bad sometime. Some may not be as bad, but they ain't asked for it.
The misconception is that if a mom is not in the house, she doesn't care for them. That's not actually true. And she's saying that's false. In many cases, it is. Some, like for instance, and I'm not going to say, maybe drug, alcohol situations, or maybe it's a situation where as though.
Right, they might not just have time for the kids because they worried about their own life. You know
no,
that?
it's not always maybe,
Nah,
but sometimes it's the realization, and I'm going to assume, I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt. It's the realization that mom is saying what's best for that child is that they be with their father, or what's best for that child is for them to be with their
grandmother or grandparents,
like
right?
And because
they know they're not ready,
they're not right, or maybe they're
not in the right place.
Maybe they got, and I'm not even talking about in a situation where as though it might be some type of addiction or something, but maybe they lost their job, or maybe they in a neighborhood that they don't feel as though it's safe for their child, and their ex or their grandparents is in a better neighborhood for better school and a better situation. but they can't say I can't. I need this help, and I think a lot of times what we don't do like we used to do in my generation is the village was actually raised. I always say, and I had this conversation with my sister, like we was raised by a village. You know, our grandparents, our uncles, our mother, and our father, because things was going on. People working here, people having to work late at shifts, and this, that, and other. So it's like we kind of getting off the topic of about deadbeats, but I kind of get like really emotional when I'm thinking about how you raise children. What I want to actually dispel to people is the deadbeat dad situation, because I already stated that 23% of the children now are in the custodial fathers, the one parent, or is the one parent. Okay, now
they could get a little pass.
No, hold on. Let me run you some numbers. 13 to 14 million single parents in the country have half the orders of child support.
Right.
Out of those 13 to 14 million single parents that got child support orders, 30% of them don't receive the money that they were agreed upon.
Right. Why is that, Crown?
Because it just goes into the whole scenario where as though some people can't afford it, or if you got an informal child support order where as though it's just between me and you. Listen, this is what you're going to pay me. This, that, and other. I can't give you $800 this month.
Right.
I only can give you $600.
Yep.
Same thing, but
then if the thing about the court order, you don't pay that, you might go to jail.
Yeah.
You might go to jail.
But let me flip that to you.
Flip it.
So, 30% of the women don't get what the court ordered or what they agreed upon.
Right.
Although it's a smaller number, it's only 884,000 women on child support, whereas though the men. Only 365,000 men get what they are supposed to get.
Right.
41%. So 59% of the women that's on child support don't pay their fair share or the amount that is agreed upon. A higher percentage than the men. And it could be a whole lot of different reasons about that too. But I want us to get away from the deadbeat daddy situation, especially in this day and age in 2020. This ain't the 70s, this ain't the 80s, this ain't the 90s, like that. Men are stepping up and taking care of their children. It is at a higher rate than what it ever was. It's also at a higher rate where they are the ones that are actually the head of the family and taking in these children separate from the mother. So what we need to actually need to discuss is, and what the true factor is, these true deadbeats that may have the capability of taking care of their children, but they don't. I think we had the conversation, remember, was it yesterday or the day before? You was like, and when I went through it, and you was like, I'm talking about the guys that got all the...
Right, I'm talking about...
Go ahead, say what you... remember.
Basically, I'm trying to remember what I told you. Basically, the people that was saying if they would come out of incarceration and stuff like that, and it's something holding them back from doing what they're supposed to, paying this money to child support or whoever, they could get a little pass from me on that because it's something stepping in. But I'm talking about the people Gucci down to the socks and still not taking care of their kids, whoever you may be. I just don't understand how you could just be looking fly as ever and you don't take care of your children.
If that's the issue that we have, we can get into that, Ward. I got a little something for that too. I was going to lead that to the second half of the show.
But yeah, so
Yeah, but
Guys, make
that's
sure y'all tune in. If you tuning in, say hello to us, y'all. Thanks, Steph, for the birthday shout out. I appreciate it. Let's have a watch party. Share the live. We want to make sure everybody sees it, y'all. We want y'all to get some likes up in here. Can we get some hearts and stuff like that?
Narcissistic. She uses the term like
every week. She thinks everybody is narcissistic.
I know. It's not. She's not lying.
Right.
But
right.
hopefully I can spit a little something so she can actually see that some people may have little setbacks and they not actually just automatically not doing what they're supposed to do.
Take care of your damn kids. What is the problem?
Yeah, okay.
Take care of your kids.
I agree, but sometimes it's not possible.
Who's tuning in tonight? We got Steph on the track. We got Smack, got Peach, we got Ward. Hey Tina. Hey everybody. Hope you're having a great night. What's up, man?
Ain't everybody not saying happy birthday to you, and I'm getting annoyed.
Are you?
But anyway, shouldn't we go into the first video right now?
Hey, sure, we might as well do that. HRU Chinkster, right vibe.
In my head, count my bread. My niggas talking codes. Oh, they about 10 right? On gang. Shit. I walked in, stand on my racks, hit my head. Had to slow it down, sipping these meds. My niggas talking codes. So they don't know what we saying. I walked in, stand on my racks, hit my head. Had to slow it down, double cup, sipping these meds. My niggas talking cold, don't know what we saying. Oh, yeah. On gang. I walked in, stand on my racks, hit my head. Double my cup, slow it down, sipping these meds. My niggas talking cold, don't know what we saying. I know what she know, why she gave me head. I walked in, stood on my racks, hit my head. Had to slow it down, double my cup, sipping these meds. My niggas talking cold, don't know what we saying. I'm knowing what she know, why she gave me head. Double my cup, sipping these meds. Had to brought down on them, fill them up with lead. I know what she know because she gave me head. And I'm not making sandwiches when I got bread. Diamonds on my neck and real like PJ, ain't it? And all my daughters angels, man, a demon, ain't it? Ooh, your body's a work of art and I can't wait to paint you. She just a brat cause I got racks, she just want me to sprinkle. I went in my bag, stood on my racks, in my head. Hit and run, smash her like we was in a red. She know that I'm a goat, horns coming out my head. And I'ma dig you down and dip, I can't sleep in your bed. I walked in, stood on my racks, in my head. Double my cup, slow it down, sipping these meds. My niggas talking cold, don't know what we saying. I know what she know, why she gave me head. I walked in, stood on my racks, in my head. Had to slow it down, double my cup, sipping these meds. My niggas talking cold, don't know what we saying. I'm knowing what she know, why she gave me head.
Yeah, I just went up in this bitch. I just went nuts on your bitch. Chop with the nuts on the bitch. Let's go. Hey, call my cousin and send you a brick. Bitch, I'm rich as it get in this bitch. Give a fuck about the shit, cause we lit. Look at my bitch, she lit. I'm tryna play with a kid. I'm tryna run on the racks. I'm tryna run up a million, okay? Yeah. I'ma need 6 rings, think I can fly like Jordan. I just went go status, they label me important. Ooh, I really live what I'm recording. It's big drip, I'm walking like on a surfboard. It's big drip, I'm walking like on a surfboard. I'm a big crip like Nelson, if you is rolling.
I walked in, stood on my racks, in my head. Double my cup, slow it down, sipping these meds. My niggas talking cold, don't know what we saying. I know what she know, why she gave me head. I walked in, stood on my racks, in my head. Had to slow it down, double my cup, sipping these meds. My niggas talking cold, don't know what we saying. I'm knowing what she know, why she gave me head.
Came in this bitch and I'm lit. Know that I'm lit like a big. She said that she like how I spit. YouTube, she know I'm on 2. Burn up a ticker, go hard in the booth. I spit like I just lost a 2. Oh, yeah.
Are you a deadbeat? That's what I'm trying to understand.
That's just other
Is
shit.
you a deadbeat? Is that you? You a deadbeat mama? You a deadbeat daddy?
Are you?
You dealing with a
Wait
deadbeat?
a minute.
What is it? What?
I'm gonna go. Ward want to know if you got some deadbeat spouses out there, and that's a whole nother concept. But
Are you a deadbeat spouse? You
all
ain't
right.
taking care of home?
Karen
What?
asked the
So Karen
interesting
said, "Hey Karen, how you doing tonight? All right, how you
Hey,
doing?
Cookie
All
Monster.
right, hey." So Karen said, "Or how you have kids of your own, but take care of someone else's kid." I never understood that.
obviously.
What you gotta say?
A lot of times.
I don't understand how you could be
I'ma
taking care
tell
of
you what
somebody
it
else's
is.
kids
And
neither,
I'ma
and you
tell
don't
you-
take care of your own. That don't make no damn
I'ma-
sense to me. Like you want to, cause you're trying to keep that person. That's why you're taking care of the other person kid.
It's her birthday. I'm allowed.
Like, no, take care of your kid. You don't birth them kids. Them kids came out of you, stupid. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, and I'm only talking about as a male. I
I'm
know
talking
it's a
about the females.
Okay, but I know it's a lot of dudes that like if they not with the chick, they ain't trying to deal
They
with
ain't
the
trying to
kid.
deal with the kid. Yeah.
Or whereas though they actually come in and be like, they only want to spend time with the mom. Okay.
What happened?
Women.
You about to damn.
Cause man,
calm
I'm just
down.
go. Just saying. How is it whereas though these men often they make the phone calls and they want to talk to you, but the prerequisite is, hey, I'm just trying to check on what's going on with so and so, their daughter or their son. Damn,
They
knowing,
really trying to check on
damn
you.
knowing that
They
they
don't
kid
really care.
got their own phone,
They could call them.
or got the house phone,
They
and
could
they
text
just can
them.
dial.
They could FaceTime.
Cause
They just want to check on you, see how you doing. They trying to get that late night call in. They trying to get some booty.
well, maybe they the favorite.
Maybe.
Maybe they the favorite baby daddy. You know that could. I'm.
I don't understand that, but then they just don't like them.
You still get to do the you up.
They always
sexes
want to
and
sleep with them, but
answer.
don't like them. The sex is good, I guess. That's all that matters.
They should. People should. So they should feel bad for dealing with taking away from their kids. Yeah, but that goes back to Peaches actually thought that true deadbeats are narcissistic. They only worry about themselves and how they can get out of the deal. Mm-hmm. On a whole
Selfish.
Yo,
Think
but
about yourself.
Let me
God.
let me explain.
Go
Let me
ahead.
explain
Brown.
to you like this. That goes both ways though, because and I'm not condoning it, and if it's true, it's true. But a lot of times, sometimes women trump up domestic violence charges against. Look, you put your heads up there, and
They do it.
I'm
stupid.
saying that because it's happened to a couple friends of mine,
Mm-hmm.
and it was only done so they can get them out the house,
Mm-hmm.
and they can take control of the situation and jam them up. But on this flip side, also by doing that, they can say, "Look, I'll drop the charges if you give me more money and support, and
right.
I'll allow you to see your kid."
Right.
That, hey,
That's
I'm
what
saying,
happens. Like,
this is a ruthless situation that goes both ways,
it is.
and I'm telling you, but what I don't understand is the same thing as what you saying. I've seen situations where as though women are with men that have had children, and that case in point, we had a young lady on here last week that was paying her husband's child support.
Not doing it.
I don't know her situation.
If was he in jail? Was he locked up? So he really can't find a great job. That's how he pays child support, or is he just sitting on a couch not doing nothing, twiddling his thumbs?
Who knows?
It's no. Mm-mm. That's what you do when you playing video games. Go get a job. Go flip a sign. Flip signs in the street. Go get some money. That's what I'm just saying. I can't take. I'm
You
not.
know what? A lot of
and
that
then,
comes from.
Obviously, if you paying his child support, you taking care of him. Like, no. What the hell is wrong with you?
Well,
man?
in her situation, she
I'm about
specifically,
to drive the boat, y'all.
said she took care of things at home, and so he could get straight on his child support. So
Fuck that.
And that's what happens because I've seen that situation too. Whereas though the guy does work, but his money is gobbled up by child support, so he can't really actually contribute to the home he's actually living in.
Let me get that other one.
The other what? I drunk that.
Selfish.
Why she saying that? Yo, can we do this show?
I was trying to get a drink. Shit. Listen.
But what is he saying? Are people? I'm just saying, shit gotta change. Your kids are.
You're a
watching.
weirdo if you deal with a deadbeat. You're definitely a weirdo if you deal with a deadbeat. What are you having, father issues or something? Like you feeling lonely? You're that lonely to deal with a guy who does not take care of his kids or who do not take care of you. Vice versa. Happy? I'm just saying. I won't do it. Nope.
What is
You tell me you have kids. I need to see how your relationship is with your children. If you tell me you have kids and your kids is about 9, 10,
Well, you said last week you ain't dealing with nobody that's on child support, period.
right. So that's what I'm saying. But I had to really think about it.
I should hope so.
I had to think about it because, like you said, certain circumstances may affect them. That's the reason they might be on child support. So they may get a pass. I'm talking about...
If they give you a sad story?
A sad story? I'm talking about if they...
No, I'm saying anybody can give you the sad story. I mean, okay, we already know if you're incarcerated, that's accumulating. You might have a problem with getting a job. But But I'm talking about a person that's not even motivated.
Then those are the type of people I am not dealing with. And ladies, you or men, whoever, you should not neither. Like, what do you want to deal with somebody that's not doing anything, that has no type of motivation, like that doesn't do anything? Like, all you want to do is have sex. Now you want to act like a housewife and
I need
to a
clarification on the
deadbeat.
deadbeat spouse, please.
I'm done. I'm just done. That's a deadbeat spouse too.
No. I want to get clarification. One of our readers said something about an action about dealing with a deadbeat spouse. I need clarification for that because I can assume that is actually a person that's in a marriage that actually doesn't pay their share.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe if in a situation where as though you split,
right?
And they actually owe you alimony or
How
something.
How can you have a you separated and have a deadbeat spouse? Like how
you asked
you're together and you have a deadbeat spouse?
No, if you when you separate, it's still responsibilities. That's why sometimes they say it's cheaper to keep her.
If you have no kids and stuff, like what responsibilities you really have with that person?
He says, I would be afraid to sleep with that person who wants to have a kid or artificially.
Right. What if you get pregnant now? Now you pregnant. Now, once you have that baby, he gonna leave your ass.
Not if you paying all the bills and he don't got nowhere else to go.
Well, now you gonna
What? I'm saying.
Now you taking care of your child, him and his kids too. What the hell is wrong with y'all? I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, is anybody out there? Are you a deadbeat?
Ain't nobody.
You ain't gonna even say you a deadbeat if you was, but you know you a deadbeat. You know you a deadbeat.
But
because you know all of these things apply to your ass.
But if they are, they should. I mean, if somebody has a situation, they maybe be able to explain it.
Take care of them kids,
or
honey.
I told y'all last week that pick up some daggone fake profiles.
Household responsibilities.
Exactly.
Marriage is a business partnership. That was Ward. Hey, Ward.
And that's the point. And with that situation, what we was talking about with the finances, the kid's situation is different. But remember, we talked about it in the marriage section and actually with the finances when somebody's not actually pulling their weight. And that causes a lot of stress on the person that is all set on. It's many people. Let's say it's many men and women. Let's not. They could be deadbeats in their own relationship, and not without the children dynamic. If you think about it, because they not putting in, or they not making the effort to put in. And I would say that in the same situation, if you married and you do have kids, but if you're not putting in completely, you screwing up your relationship, your marriage, and you bringing the whole household down with the kids. So it's a whole domino effect. And marriage is a partnership, and I've often said it's a business contract. But having children is a contract in itself too. Period.
That stuff just felt so good with no condom, didn't it?
What? Why you going?
It just felt so good without the condom, didn't it?
Yeah.
15 minutes of pleasure.
How many?
15 minutes of pleasure.
You went slow, low.
I'm just saying, it could be 10 minutes of pleasure. Shit.
No. How about 2 hours?
Thank you, Ward. Strap up. 2 hours of pleasure? It could be.
But I'm saying, the justification is if you make them, you take care of them.
That's how it should be, right?
Oh, that's
how it should be. But a lot of people, they don't think about that stuff. They just trying to get a nut. All right?
Why are we putting this all? You can't put this all on men.
I could do whatever I want.
No, you can't.
Yes, I could.
It takes two to tango.
Exactly. But without a man, you ain't getting pregnant.
Okay, but you control that situation also, too. As a woman, if you in that situation.
I don't know when you coming.
You know if you got protections or not. And if you don't know...
You know when you coming. That's why you're supposed to pull out.
If you don't know when they coming, somebody ain't doing something right in that situation.
I know, right? You're right.
The fuck? Get your mind right.
But these people are stupid.
How much of that did you drink? But
these people is freaking clowns out here. I'm telling you, it's just clowns. Thanks for the birthday shout out.
But this is the thing. It's not the same as it.
What?
It's not the same as it was back in the day.
It's not the same as it was back in the day.
No, because I can contest. I've been there for my kids from day one. Even when me and their mother split and I didn't have them with me for 2 years. Then for the last 10 years, I have been the custodial parent.
Also,
and I already, what I said, I have cousins that have been custodial parents. It's not all the men thing and people just running around in the street everybody's not Future. Everybody's not Lil Wayne. Okay? Seriously.
You women too. I'm tired of some of y'all women too not letting these men take care of their kids and just trying to hold the kid hostage and all of that.
What's
because
the situation? Why?
They want to be with them or they want money. Something like that's what I'm talking about.
It might be another situation.
But if a man want to take care of their kid, they want to see their kids, let them see their kids, honey.
You know what happens?
What happens?
I've talked to many women over the years, and I'd be like, they be just getting a little bit of money and everything from me. I said, why don't you just put them on? I tell everybody, put them on papers.
Right.
Put them on papers no matter what. That protects, because...
They don't want to put them on papers, though.
It protects you and your children no matter what.
But then that give that person another reason to see their children. To be able to see their children.
They should be able to see their kids.
They damn sure should be.
But this is the thing. This is what I don't respect. Any man that says their mother, the baby mama, won't let me see him.
That's stupid as shit. You better go to court.
You have every repercussion. Right. They see your child.
Every right.
Period. You want to sit around bitch and moan and say they won't let me see him, or I can't talk to him, or this, that, and other. Go to court.
What's so hard?
But
spit on me.
We don't want to go to court because why? Maybe we got something jammed up in we got a warrant or some dumb shit like that. Hello, idiot. They ain't looking that shit up. They ain't looking up warrants because you go to
who's the
goddamn
idiot?
you go to daggone civil court about child support, or when you want to see some custody. She might be using it against you, or whatever it is.
Right.
But
They're afraid, like.
But what's it going to justify if you don't get to see your kid and you do get locked up for whatever, you're not going to be taking care of them then either.
And who's the one suffering from all of this?
The children.
The kids are.
Why? Because no matter what, we always need both our parents in our life.
Need mommy and daddy.
Somehow.
In some
Because
way.
you need the different perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
Always. It is
Come on now. Mom, daddy, daughter dance come in and you ain't there. What type of shit is that?
What?
I said daddy, daughter dance coming up and you not there. Or mama, son dance coming up and you ain't there.
Okay, you're right. I guess you're right.
Like, come on now. What's the problem?
Come on, boy. Why are you gonna say that, man?
What Ward said?
Don't repeat that.
Oh, damn! I didn't.
Don't repeat it. She don't repeat.
I'm not.
We ain't gonna make it like somebody just did that.
Or said maybe okay.
Only sperm donors and carriers should be deadbeats. Well, that's actually written like the.
They not supposed to be a part.
Yeah, and you know what? Real talk. I got asked to actually be a sperm donor by somebody, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't see myself being that person, cause I couldn't see having the thought of a child having my genes walking around somewhere.
And you don't know the.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it, but I mean that's just my fortitude. Especially since it was a person that I knew.
Right.
Now, back in the day, if I was broken, you trying to just get $150 or something like that, I guess. But I couldn't even do it then. It takes.
Smack said some women get so mad at the dude for hurting her, they use the kids as punishment. That is so true. You need to deal with your feelings, honey bun.
Ward, that was only allowed in the 90s. Anyway.
You need to deal with your feelings.
We can't do that in 2020.
You need to deal with your feelings, sweetheart. You need some therapy or something.
It takes just to understand and work shit out when it comes. Yeah. And the crazy thing about that is, you know what people don't actually understand.
And work shit out when it comes to the kids.
What people you can try to shield your children from whatever you want to. They know.
Kids are smart.
They know. They feel the tension and they know what's going on in the house.
Yeah.
I know for a fact, in my situation and in other people's situation, but kids know when daddy's sleeping on the couch.
That is true.
Kids, they ask questions.
They sure do.
They can pick up the fact that when the two parents are in the same room, they kind of snippy at one another, and they just know it. So
y'all not hugging each other or like being affectionate with each other.
People don't be really trying to hug each other in front of their kids because kids think that's disgusting too.
Why not?
I mean, kids be like hell.
Some kids.
Who the hell want to see their mom and dad kiss? That shit used to repulse me.
Honestly, like my young one, I think she likes to see that affection within the parents. Cause she just be smiling like, not now, y'all, but you know what I mean. Like,
I understand what you're saying.
So
I just know I came from the just like, I ain't want to see my mom and dad doing that shit. I ain't want to see them argue, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying.
There are deadbeat lesbians also and gay men, LGBTQ. Period. Really?
Are there? I should assume. What?
I would assume
people
so.
Too. They
exactly.
fucked up.
All people.
Everybody fucked up.
I don't think it's really a.
Don't think because they got gay marriage that mean they was just gonna be all good and good. Shit, they same just people too, and it might be the same. I'm telling you, it's in the same dynamic as whereas though I ain't with them no more. Now I'm in this situation.
Right.
You know?
They don't know how to deal with not being with the person. sometimes.
And sometimes, and then, well, that goes to my whole. It's very difficult, but you shouldn't actually have children. You don't. And you know what? Hindsight is 20/20, but I always thought I'm not going to be able to have children with anybody I don't feel like I can deal with for the next 18 years.
That's a good thing to think about.
I'm talking about if we going to be together or not. We're going to have to co-parent.
Right.
But if it's weird as though I can't actually be with you, I can't see myself dealing with you for 18 years, then we're not going to have that situation. That's part of the reason why I waited till I was like
It's
damn near
definitely
25
good
to have
to
a kid.
know, or at least try to know the person that you're dealing with.
Unless
Not-
you get
Knocked up the first round.
get,
What?
do what? You get knocked up
Knocked
the first
up
time.
the first time?
Not knocked up the first time.
You get knocked up the first time? Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, it's possible.
He said I couldn't hold that shit.
Girl, you know that shit was wet.
You know that
You
shit
know what
was
you do.
good. You know that shit was good. Shit.
I got you next round. Give me 15 minutes.
Let me just put the head in. No?
What? Yo, who the hell falls for that?
You never used that before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be. Come on, man.
Did it work?
I was like 17. or
Did it
something like
work?
that. I don't recall.
Yes, you do.
I don't recall.
Don't be lying. It worked. Yeah.
I don't recall. I don't know. I can sell ice to an Eskimo though, so it don't matter. I'm different.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm
Let me
different.
just put the head in.
Why you gotta do the motions with it?
Just wiggle it around a little bit.
But on the flip
Yeah.
side, I ain't no deadbeat either.
Yeah,
So that's the
true.
whole thing.
That is true.
You know what's the craziest thing though?
What?
It's no rhyme or reason when it comes to actually child support. Nowhere. Every state has their own different regulations,
Right.
and they don't
rules.
even actually take, they don't even take the cost of living for that state into consideration. And I looked at like for instance, Massachusetts is the state out of all 50 that you get the most money, the most compensation when child support. The average median amount in Massachusetts is about $1,200 a month. But Massachusetts has the 7th highest cost of living.
Right.
Comparative, say for instance, you would get, but Virginia is comparative to Massachusetts. But Virginia is like the 12th lowest amount of money you get in child support. But the cost of living is the same.
Right.
Hawaii is the only one. Hawaii is number one. Hawaii, you take is the highest cost of living, but they give like 30th and how much they give for child support. It's completely crazy. And then it's 4 states that don't even take the calculation of both parents. In Alabama, Texas, Mississippi, and Arkansas. They don't even take the 2 parents' income in a bucket or in a big pool and separate it. They only take the one that's paying.
Okay. All right. Well, this was definitely an interesting conversation.
Was it? There should be
Was it?
deadbeat
Nobody-
dad jail sentence where it is.
Yeah.
should
So it
be
was
what?
definitely.
There should be a deadbeat dad jail
So,
sentence where they
it
work in the
definitely-
day.
It definitely.
Oh wow, that's interesting. You said if you're a deadbeat dad, you got to go work in a daycare. So you got to be.
Good luck
around
with that. I
kids.
wouldn't want them around my kids. Shoo.
Okay.
Well, as y'all know, it's my birthday, y'all. So y'all feeling generous? My Cash App is money sign Toya Cash
Go
One.
to the next video.
Are you feeling generous today?
Go to the next video.
That's my Cash App. All right. So y'all, so we definitely looking for your videos. We want your videos. What's going on, y'all? We giving you the platform. Plug Studio Network is giving you the platform to play your music videos, and we're looking for all the independent artists. So please send us an email at submissions@plugstudionetwork.com. And in the subject box, put BCD for behind closed doors, so we know it's for us, y'all. So, and that's what we're talking about. So we're gonna get into this next video. This is Marcus G. Wants Smoke.
Yeah, I be so lit you can watch me flex. Lips turning green, I smell like an ounce of the best. Yeah, I show when we go up, you already know how I roll. Well, that's what let me know. No cigarettes. Keep that shit back, I don't want that yuck up in my chest. Give me the green, the money I'm vegan, I get it. The ganja I'm blessed. Look at the color, so potent, so smelly. It's stanky, the wacky is coming. Look at the bag, it's back to the brim. My connectors went in. Yes, I'm about to go in. The session, the vibe, the flow is organic. I'm holding. I got a pound. Big boy on chimney, smoke if you feeling me. Yeah, no coming down. Start to pick up. I'm rolling now. Fill up a cup, toss to your wings. Fill up a blunt. Smoke to the heavens, we going up. Yeah, I be so lit you can watch me flex. Lips turning green, I smell like an ounce of the best. Yeah, I show when we go up, you already know how I roll. What that smoke let me know. Yeah, that's better. Don't pass that shit until it's real tight. Can't smoke that shit if you don't roll right. Do you need help? Wait, let me find a light. There's rules to the game, gotta be ready. Don't fumble that shit, I can be petty. Don't hold that shit, why you talk so much? Nigga, pass that dutchie pot the left side, right? And I can go all night. Better have your mind made before you take flight. My green take me on a wild ride. That sticky, icky, I don't do dry. Nigga, hey.
No coming down, start the big up. I'm rolling now, fill up a cup, toast to your wins, fill up a blunt, smoke to the heavens, we going up.
Yeah, I be so lit you can watch me flex. Lips turning green, I smell like an ounce of the best. Yeah, I show when we go up, you already know how I roll. That smoke let me know. That backwood is packed good. That raw paper taste maker. That swisher gon' hit ya. That big bag got big bud. Them boys carry big weight. Doing donuts on the freeway. Don't give a fuck what you say. I'm on that high grade. Smell like the woods. I'm in at the forest, surrounded by trees, and I'm good. Yeah, call up the ace, jump off a case, roll up a prayer, take one to the face.
No coming down, start the big up.
I'm rolling now, fill up a cup,
Toast to your wins,
fill up a blunt.
smoke to the heavens.
We going up. Yeah, I be so lit you can watch me flex. Watch me flex. Yeah, lips turning green, I smell like an ounce of the best. Yeah, I show when we go up, you already know how I roll. But that smoke let me know. Y'all.
All right, y'all, we back. All right, so
Obviously.
y'all motherfuckers is crazy out there. Y'all fucked up.
She
Y'all
used
out
the
there
MFs. I'm usually the
acting
one that
like-
uses the MFs. Oh.
Y'all acting like y'all don't mess with deadbeats, or you aren't one. You just gonna listen to us. It's alright though. You gonna listen and you know that these
Well,
rules
people don't
apply
like
to you.
fucking ugly people either, so that's happening. So
I think you're right, Crow. I
I'm
think
just
you're
saying.
right. I think you're right, Crow. So, guys, we be back tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow is Phone In Fridays. We want to hear
Phone
from
In
you,
Friday.
guys. We want to hear from you. We want to have conversations with you. So make sure you tune in and call us and talk to us. Okay, we're talking
Talk to her.
about what's the is there a difference between making love and having sex? Is there a difference? Do you think it's a difference?
yeah, I know it's a difference.
Is it a difference?
Yeah, but we don't.
We're gonna talk about tomorrow.
No.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to
so-
dispel the myth that it actually is a difference. It's only a difference is in your mind.
Oh, it's a mind thing.
It's emotional, not
Oh, it's
physical.
emotional. That's definitely it.
But I'm pretty
Y'all
sure a
women
lot
try
of
to.
women
Y'all like
are
to
gonna
get
chime in.
attached to people.
I will always. Real
What?
talk.
What?
All right.
Stop being
I gotta-
attached. No, go ahead.
I gotta. Have you ever used the term "make love" though?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Whatever happens, happens. It's however you feel at that moment.
No, but I'm saying, you know how you have conversations like you texting or you saying I want to make.
Nobody say I want to make love. I
always
never think I
that
never
was-
had that conversation before.
You never had a.
Not saying I want to make love, like, oh, I want to make love. No.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's. I'm pretty sure is
Like, if I want to make love to somebody, I'm gonna do something romantic, and just play that night out. But making love just actually turns into just having sex. Shit, it's just sex. It's just a word. Making love. But we're gonna definitely talk about that tomorrow, y'all. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. So you want to make sure y'all tune in tomorrow.
It should be interesting because over these past shows, a lot of people have chimed in and said the term "making love."
Okay.
And it just kind of thrown me. And the crazy thing is, I got something for y'all ass though.
Oh.
Because I do my research, and the facts show that I'm going to explain to what the facts actually show what making love and sex is. And the craziest thing is, half the bitches I know just be saying they want to fuck. But
That's true. That's true. Well, let me send a text.
how did that come in?
Let's make love tonight. No.
No, or actually when
You want to make love?
when you actually the favorite baby daddy, when you be like you up and it's at the 9:30, they already know.
You up? Winky eye.
If it's at, now I ain't got a wiki eye. It's
No
at the
winky eyes.
9:30, you'd already know.
You
what
already
it
know
is.
what's good. It's booty call time. Roll call. Round them motherfuckers up. Roll call. Let's make love. 12 o'clock at night.
Make love sound like let's just. I'd rather for somebody to say let's go have with a baby. Shit.
Oh no.
That's probably the what?
No.
Huh?
We don't want to go have one no babies.
Why? Because of that song?
No. Nah.
I used
We're
to
not
say
even
that
gonna
back in
talk
the
about
day.
that. Yes, it's definitely about emotions. If your emotions detach, you
Pete
don't
said-
know the difference.
Pete said it
Sound
sound like
like
grandma
grandma
sex. But we're
Let's
going to
make
get into that tomorrow.
love. Let's get
and
it
it
on.
could, and it could be emotionally
baby.
detached and it's different.
Please get
And that we're going to go into the facts on how it's actually dictated. Because you can be with the same person and they think you're actually making love and you think you just having sex.
Right. All right, y'all. So that's tomorrow. Make sure you tune in.
We're
We're gonna be looking for y'all.
Phone in Friday.
Phone in Friday,
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
or whenever Toya decide to show
Whenever
up.
I get here.
Decide to show up. You know.
Wait a minute. What?
I'm just saying.
Really?
And didn't nobody notice that you got the pretty blonde hair today?
Do y'all like my hair? Yeah, I needed a change, y'all. You know,
She wanted
34 ain't never looked this good
She wanted to
before.
make it, closer to looking like a white bitch. Anyway, let's go.
No, never. Never.
Somebody had a white
Ain't
bitch
nothing wrong
fan-
with him, but
somebody
never.
had a white bitch fantasy and he was like, you can
First
do that
of
shit
all,
blonde.
Crown was the one who was like, yeah, you
Don't
can
be
get
doing
together.
that. Don't be
Yeah,
doing
no,
that.
I'm doing that because
Don't
you want to
do
try
that.
to put me out there. I'm going to do that. Don't play with me.
Don't be doing.
You the one that was
That-
like, yeah, get that color.
And don't see. She done fucked the whole joke up. See why?
Nah, I don't care. Don't try to play me.
Now she putting me out there.
All right, y'all. We see y'all
Yeah.
tomorrow night. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Watching the silhouette from the candlelight, slipping and sliding a little more to the right. They say all the freaky bitches come out at night. Yeah, I'm the one that's full of fun, guaranteed to make you come. I'ma put it down for sure. Once you enter through the door, drop them drawers like a Denzel. I don't believe in snacks, you can get the whole meal. That's real.